The Tokyo Fire Department began spraying water into the storage pool inside the number 3 reactor building early on Saturday morning. It suspended the operation after spraying water for 20 minutes, so work to connect electricity cables could continue. 5 fire engines and 13 firefighters were at the site. One of the trucks has a 22-meter tall water discharging arm. Firefighters pumped water from the sea and used a 300-meter-long hose to continuously spray water. The firefighters are scheduled to resume spraying at noon on Saturday. They have left the hose in place so as not to delay the resumption of their work. Water in the pool for spent nuclear fuel is vaporizing because the cooling system failed. This could expose the fuel rods, causing them to melt and discharge radioactive material into the air. On Friday afternoon, the SDF used 6 special fire trucks to spray water into the same building. They sprayed 50 tons of water in 40 minutes. The company hopes to restore power to the cooling system in the reactors as early as Saturday. And it says that if it can transmit electricity to the reactor's cooling system, it will be able to improve the situation at the plant. 3 reactors at the plant lost cooling capabilities due to a power outage and the failure of emergency generators after last week's earthquake and tsunami. TEPCO has installed a relay station near an office building in the plant. It's now trying to connect it to a transformer in the number 2 reactor building through the number 1 reactor building. But TEPCO says connecting the cables could be hampered by the radiation threat to workers. Radiation levels around the reactor buildings remain as high as 20 millisieverts per hour. The company says the workers at the plant are carefully monitoring radiation levels as the operation continues. The Defense Ministry announced on Friday that it will monitor temperatures at the Fukushima nuclear plant.
We will be measuring the temperature on Saturday morning using a helicopter. Technical expert of the ministry will be on board. I don't know how high the altitude will be, but they'll probably use infrared device to measure the temperature.
Prime Minister Naoto Kan met with the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Yukiya Amano, on Friday. The Prime Minister promised that his government would make efforts to ensure transparency in reports on the nuclear plant accident. In a meeting with IAEA Director General Yukiya Amano in Tokyo, Kan said the government will make every effort to disclose information about the disaster-stricken Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. Amano said his agency as well as the international community are closely following the situation and want to cooperate with Japan. He asked Kan to disclose more information. Kan said the government, the self-defense forces as well as the police and fire departments are making every effort to prevent the reactors from overheating. But he also said that information gathering efforts might be insufficient. Kan said the government is preparing to improve the quality and quantity of information by including photos of the plant on a regular basis and stepping up radiation monitoring. After meeting with Kan, Amano held a news conference. He said the IAEA would help the Japanese government by checking radiation levels in Tokyo and northern areas close to the Fukushima nuclear plant.
In addition to the effort by the government of Japan, measurement by the international organization will be helpful, I believe. We'd like to leave Tokyo for the nuclear plant at an earliest time possible.
The Nuclear and Industrial Safety Agency has raised the level of the seriousness of the accident at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant from level 4 to level 5 on a 7-level international scale.
This was a serious damage, losing over 3% of amount of heat at the core. And radioactive substances are being emitted outside of the plant. So based on these facts, we raise the International Nuclear Event Scale to 5.
The level is equivalent to the accident at 3 Mile Island nuclear power plant in the United States in 1979 and the worst ever